Well, that was interesting. Arsenal win 3-1 against Manchester United. And I think the likelihood is the biggest thing that we will take from this is that the Premier League World Online is going to blow this out of proportions. Let's face it, it wasn't a typical 3-1 win. Arsenal didn't dominate in terms of chances. They weren't necessarily always going to score. United played well defensively. They were clearly set up for the counter and they were ready and prepared to play that way. That's an absolutely fine way to play. But unfortunately, at the end, 96 minutes, Arsenal score. They break the deadlock and then they go on to score another, just basically out of United pushing forward for that equaliser. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. 3-1. It looks like United have been played out the park, but they really weren't. Now, one thing that United fans can take solace in, well, two things really. Marcus Rashford is clearly a lot better off the left. He's fantastic off the left. The goal that he scored was typical Marcus Rashford. It shows why he's such a good player and such a good winger. Like, maybe not the traditional David Beckham sense, but in what a winger is today, he played incredibly. And even with the ball at his feet, some of the turns that he was doing, the little dribbles past Ben White, it was fantastic. It was genuinely breathtaking to watch. I think the second comfort that United fans can take from this is Højlund actually looks pretty decent. Like, no, he didn't get many chances. He came on with 20 minutes to go, but he did what he was supposed to do. He put his body up against the Arsenal centre-backs. He made them worry. He made them panic, made them fall over, trip over, get some fouls against them. Like, he did his job. He showed that he's not just some young kid. He's strong and powerful. And there was a chance towards the end where Marcus Rashford is breaking with the ball and he doesn't play the ball in, but Højlund is sprinting and the sprint speed on him for a 6'3" man is actually insane. So, fair enough. I think that is definitely something that United fans can take. It's not what they want. They want the 3 points, but there are definitely some good signs. Dalot played well at left back. They played well defensively, even though they had massive shortages there. Yeah. Arsenal, on the other hand, they played well. They won. They scored 3 goals. I think Declan Rice is going to be a massive signing. Obviously, that seems like it should be a given the fact that they paid £105 million for him, then a British world transfer fee, obviously overtaken by Caicedo. Other than that, though, I didn't really see the Arsenal that we've been accustomed to. They dominated the ball, I think. Like, it seemed that way. And they didn't do much with it. There was not many attempts on goal. Like, Onana wasn't really troubled that much, apart from those, 3, conceded goals. The only one that's sticking out in my mind is the Saka chance where the ball comes through to him right in the middle of a goal and he just plays it into Onana. Other than that, Arsenal didn't seem very direct. They didn't seem very ruthless in attack. And that's not the Arsenal that we've come to see. And I think that's very similar to what we saw at Fulham. So, although, yes, they won and they won the 3 points, there's definitely something telling there that there's something not quite right with that front line. But they came away with the 3 points. Again, Rice, brilliant, played fantastically. Saka, I saw, won Premier League Man of the Match. Not entirely sure how he did that. Dalot had him in his pocket most of the game, and Saka didn't do much. Probably should have been sent off, not just for the tackle on Bruno, because that was an iffy one, should have been a yellow, but then he was time wasting a couple of times, kicking the ball away at the end of the second half. And I think just because it's Bukayo Saka and he's all lovely and friendly, I think that might have he might have gotten away with one, basically. I don't understand how he got man of the match. I thought Martinelli was fantastic, playing against Wan-Bissaka. He struggled with his corners, which, you know, there's no excuse for that. But just being a threat, driving into the box and cutting it back, I think Martinelli played very well. I think Rice was their best player. I really don't understand why Arsenal have bought Havertz. No idea. Absolutely none. It's not very often that you get to be one of the biggest underperforming players at one of the biggest underperforming teams, and you get a multi-million-pound move to a team that finished second and ultimately were overachieving. Like, the maths isn't mathsing there, is it? It doesn't make sense. And he missed a massive opportunity in the first 10 minutes. Massive. Like, not when I say missed, I mean he practically missed the ball. It was horrendous. And then constantly playing the ball out of touch, constantly taking bad touches, passing the ball, giving the ball away, taking the touch too far and having the ball intercepted. It just wasn't a good game, and he's not shown promise in an Arsenal shirt yet. And it just doesn't make sense because he didn't show promise in the Chelsea shirt. Very odd move by Mikel Arteta, but he continues to defend it. He's annoying me. He's honestly the most annoying manager to watch at the minute. Constantly going off about every single decision. I can't believe he doesn't get booked more. He probably should get booked more. But yeah. A very, very odd match. Very odd match for the result. The result does not reflect what the match was. Man United fans, take solace in the things I've told you. You played incredibly. I'm a Man United fan. United played well. They played well. They lost to an unfortunate turn of events. Arsenal, again, played okay. Didn't hit the standard they did, but got lucky with the turn of events. I think that is basically, in a nutshell, Arsenal versus Manchester United. So yeah, leave a like on the video. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Obviously, this is just me giving a little diatribe about what the hell I just watched. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for loads of Premier League content coming your way from All Sport Premier League. Thank you very much. See you next time.